Well, hello. Today I got a good tutorial here for you of creating a logic form using Wix. A great logic form. And well, what is a logic form? What is that? Because you may not understand that. Like, you may not understand, like, we're really a logic form. What is logic form is usually called a conditional logic form in Velo by week. So what is that? So that is like a form that you fill out with your first name, your last name, your email, and whatever else things you want. And you also have a selection thing that, for example, if you put I wanna see how to build websites, and then you click submit, then it will bring you to a page of building websites. But if you put in the drop down, I want to go to a page of building apps, and then you click submit, it will bring you to the page of building apps. Something like this. I'm gonna show you. Gonna go there to the little preview. Gonna put my first name. Okay, so I just put there for first name, I put very, for last name, I put fast test, and for the email, I put very at fast.test. And now we have the most important part, that is what I'm gonna show you. So we have the selection. So for example, if we put blue and we click submit, then it will bring you to the blue page. But let's go to preview on that on that conditional login form page, and let's do this again, but this time with black instead of blue to see what happens. Okay, so I just filled out the form there, and now let's do the selection. So I'm gonna put this time black. Now we click submit. And then it will bring us to the black page. So I'm gonna do something like that. And if you don't want to use it with blue and black, if they click blue or black, then you can just use it with whatever thing you want. So for example, in the selection thing, you can put an option that says see how to build apps, and another option that says see how to build websites. And if they click see how to build apps and then they click submit, then it will bring you to a page of building apps. But if they click the website option, they see how to create a website little option there, and then they click submit, then it will bring you to the page of creating a website. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, something like that. But before starting, I wanna tell you that I really recommend you to see a YouTube channel called Do the Lemon. Link in the description below. He is the owner of this code. He made this code. He did a tutorial of how to do this code. You can see his YouTube channel in the description below. Okay, so now let's hop into this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a little bit of this, gonna pass you through this and all of those good things. So first, I built a form. So to build a form, I needed to add an input, of course. And to add an input, I just went there to input. I started with this one. As you see, it's a little bit different, and that's because I changed it a lot. So, first I did one of first name. So to do one of first name, I set the type to text. Then I also did one of last name. So I set the type to text also. I put it require those two. And then I do one of email, which that one of email, I did not set the type to text. I set the type to email. And also another one of the selection usually is not a text input. Usually it is a drop down also from input here. But also I want to tell you that to get those inputs out of those things that we're going to be doing right now, you have to have developer mode turned on. If the input option does not appear, that's because you don't have developer mode turned on. Okay, so you're going to go to the drop down option. I started with this one. As you see, this changed a lot, and that's because I changed a little bit of the design of it. So I managed the choices. So I deleted white and gray and only leave blue and black. Of course, you can delete all of those choices and start from scratch. And just put any choice you want. For example, let's do build a website, and let's do just duplicate that, and this is copy of build a website. So instead of doing copy of build a website, I'm gonna put build an app. And then also I'm gonna delete all of those. So I'm gonna delete this now because that was just like example badge, just so that you know to build a Velo by Wix form like that. I also added a submit button so that people can submit it. If you don't know how to add a button, just go to add, go to button, and I choose this button. I just change the text there to submit. Now the next step is to create a database for this. So to create a database for the form, you just need to go to databases. You need to go to add. You need to add a new collection. Then give this collection a name. I'm just gonna call this example, and then set a collection ID to using your code. That will be using your code later. And now what is this collection for? Site content, firm submission, members generated content, members only content, members only firm submission, private data cost or custom use. Since it is a form, you need to select form submission. Then click create collection. Okay, so then you're gonna add some fields. So I'm gonna show you the fields right now. I'm usually first gonna delete this database that I created because I'm gonna show you the one that I made here that has all the fields that we need for this and all of those things. It's the same process. Do not delete yours because yours you will use it. It's just me because I already had one. Okay, so here those are just some form submission tests that I did. So here I added first name, last name, email, and selection. If you know how to add a field, just go to add, and I'm just gonna put for this example, gonna put text, and then that's it. I'm gonna delete this because this I don't need it. Delete. So that's how you create one. Just keep creating there how many of those you want. Then of course they need to be the same ones of the firm. If not, it would not work. So I did first name. I put the field name to first name, field key to first name, and then field type to text. Now we have last name. Put the field name to last name, the field key to last name, the field type to text, and also let's see email. So I put the field name to email, the field key to email, the field type to text, and also we have the selection. So I put the field name to selection, I put the field key to selection, and I put the field type to text. Now the next thing that you need to do is create a data set. So to create a data set, you need to go to add, go to content manager, and add a data set. Then you're gonna go to settings, and then choose a collection. It will be the one that you use to put all the things of the form, this form submission. Now data set name, just gonna put your example. And also the mode just set it to that, yeah, it's good. Usually let me see why I set this, because I set this to write only. Usually I set this to write only, so here you need to set this to write only, okay? Not read only, not read, write only, okay? That's it. No, write only. But I'm gonna delete this data set. Do not delete yours, just mine, because I already have a data set that I'm gonna use for this. Okay, so I went to the first name. I connected this to data. So connected data set, I put hello data set, which is that one that I created, and I put value connects to first name. Now I need also last name, so connect to data, that same data set, and then value connects to last name. Now we have email, so connect to data, connect to data set, hello data set, and then value connects to email. And now we also have selection, so connect to data, connect to data set, hello data set, and value connects to selection. And now also the first name one, I put here, I put the ID to F name. Also the last name, I put the ID to L name. The ID of email to email, and then the ID of selection to option, okay? You can put it on however you want. Just make sure that it has the same one in the code when it selects that item. Now that I just said code, let's move into the code. Oh no, let's not move this into the code yet. So before moving into the code, I want to tell you also a part that is very important. You need to click on the submit button that you have added, and you're gonna click connect to data, connect it to the same data set, and now click action connects to submit. You're not gonna add any success message or failure message, because they will not really, they will appear but fast. I really like it. If you want you can, but I wouldn't recommend you, because after this, like the screen that they choose that will appear. Okay, so now yeah, let's move into the code. So I added this .jsw file, the .jsw backend file. So to add a backend file, just go to code files and add a backend file, add a new web module, and then call it submission. And then it says an item with this name array exists, and that's because I already have one right there. So as you see, it did not accept this, but that's what you have to do, and yours it will accept it. Because I guess you haven't created one with this name already. But if you have, then that means that you have already done it. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. So let's move on. So you're gonna, in that submission.jsw backend file that you did, you gotta put import Wix data from Wix data. Let options suppress us true, suppress hooks true, and then export function from data submission to payload, and then return data insert hello payload options. Also, this code is in the description of this video. Okay, so also wanna tell you, this hello thing that appears there, if you don't know what it is, that is your database ID. So if you wanna see your database ID or update it or whatever, what you already choose the database ID, and that's the database ID that you have to put here. For mines, I put hello, so I have hello there. But if you put wherever you want, let's just do as an example, then you have to put example there too. Okay, so now once you have finished doing this code, now you need to go into the page code. So you need to import data submission from backend submission, and then import the Wix location from the Wix location, then add a W on ready function, then just add that, and then export function button one clicked event. If fname, which is first name, I have the ID set to fname, but if you put any other thing, let's just do example, then you have to put example there too. Then L name is last name, so if you put example here, then you have to put example there too. Whatever you name it here, you have to name it there too. The same with the email, if you put, let's do whatever, then you have to change it to whatever there too. And now also we have this selection one. If you put selection or whatever other thing you wanna put, just gonna do their test, then you have to change it there to test too. The same in all these. So that's the ID of first name, the ID of last name, the ID of email, and the ID of option. So if you change this to any of those, to another thing, then you have to change it there to in all of those things to another thing too. Now data submission payload, then option value. So this is the option one. Like if you change this to, let's do a strawberry, then you have to change that to a strawberry there too. So then if that option thing ID is value to black, then Wix location to black. Okay, so I have created the black page, which is this. But for example, if you put here in this manage choices thing. If you put in this one like green, the name to green, then you have to put the name to green there too. But you can use it for whatever you want, as I said before, for building websites, for building apps, for whatever you want. So if black clicked, then which location to black. But else, if they click the other option, then which location to copy of black, which I set as blue. But you can do it for whatever you want, apps, all of those things, whatever you want. So we have that, and then which location to, that's the slug of that page. In this one is the same, the slug of that page. I forgot to tell you that. If you go to settings, on this one, then you will see SEO Google, you have to put this slug, and then we have blue. If you go to SEO Google, you have to put that slug, the slug of yours. Your slug. The slug of your page, yeah. Also, I added else console log error occurred. Okay? Else console log error occurred. This code snippet, as I said before, is in the description of this video. And well, the testing part, I did it in the beginning of this video. So, and you already saw how this works. You already saw all these wonderful things. Velo by Wix is just confusing. I agree to that. Very confusing. But still, it's a great tool. I mean, it's the best one. It's the best one I have ever seen. Maybe there is another one that is better, but I have not seen it. Velo by Wix is the best coding platform that I have seen, and that's because I haven't seen many others, but like the others, just like by seeing the photo, I just say, like this has like design, like many wonderful things, also like the databases are a great thing because without databases in Velo, then you cannot create something professional and advanced like Facebook or Twitter. And now that I have told you this, now bye, this was all the video. Oh, and also contact, and also if you want, contact me at EggWebTut at gmail.com and all of those good things. And now, yeah, bye. This was all the video.